Well, it's that time of the year. I gave you guys the hint. Cucumbers, one of the best years ever because I'm finally doing homework. I'm picking one vegetable every few days and doing deep dives. How to grow cucumbers, how to harvest cucumbers, how to grow corn, how to, I always did stuff sort of by the seat of my pants. I mean, I read books and this and that, but I never dove deep. And I found out a few things about cucumbers that are very valuable. Let's go over to the marble. I'm getting psyched for dinner tonight, and I'll show you what I'm going to do and a few of the things I've learned. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. All right, what have I learned about cucumbers this year? Well, the first thing I found out, I used to get a few cucumbers, and then the whole vine would die. Well, little did I know, if you let one cucumber on a vine, that's about as big as I want them. Sometimes they're hard to see under all the leaves and whatnot. If you let one cucumber get really big and go to sort of like total fruit, the vine, I've done my job and the vine just withers and dies. One fruit if it goes to full maturity. Okay, so I try to pick them like so. Or, the little guys if I want to make gherkins or something. I've already made 2 jars of pickles. Garlic dill. That one's $7.24 and this one's $7.25. I made them last weekend. So now these are refrigerated pickles, okay? They're not canned, but they want to pickle like this for 2 weeks. So it's still a little early. They're the same recipe, I just like to cut them different. One is chips for burgers and stuff. The other one's spears. This was $7.24. It's been a week. Let's do a little quality control test. Technically, they're ready next weekend. Get a little knife here. Let's pull one up. See, these were a nice size for this. Garlic, fresh dill, peppercorns, mustard seed. Oh man, they're only halfway ready and they're amazing. So crunchy. And by the way, the quality control, you know what I just tasted? The mustard seed. I got the perfect salt sugar ratio, perfection. So I'm really pumped on those. So they'll be ready next weekend, and then you keep them in the fridge. They're good for at least a month, 2-3 months in the fridge. They'll be fine. You don't want to put those like in the basement for a year. You need the canning pot for that. You hear that? I just took them out of the fridge, so as they're warming up, the top's popping a little. But anyway, back to what we're doing here. All of these I picked this morning, before work. The 2 cold ones came out of the fridge. These were picked a day or 2 ago. So we'll use those tonight. These will go in the fridge. I'm going to make more pickles. I still have to make my bread and butter. These are the size I like for that. And I have the crinkle cut knife for the bread and butter pickles. So I'll use this size. These larger ones, I'll make more dill spears. So pickles, pickles, pickles. But the other thing I've been doing is lots and lots of cucumber salads. I love them. And I've already done a few. I talked about it on another episode. Sandwiches, cucumber cheddar. Done 2 or 3 of those already. So the cucumbers are just slamming. Let me rinse these. Okay, so we're going to make this. I've made all kinds of cucumber salads. Little sour cream. Of course, I've got hordes of fresh dill out there. But what I've been really enjoying are these Asian style smashed cucumber salads. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me pull the compost bin a little closer, because what we're going to do is slice them in half. Let me get a little closer here. There we go. Now, I want to scrape these seeds out because the idea, just use a spoon, come right out, and I'm putting them right in the compost. Now there's all kinds of, I don't like to waste stuff, but the compost helps with that. But I've seen people on YouTube, the ladies, talking about making facial masks out of this. Maybe I should try that. You saw that one. I'll do this one right over the compost bucket just to save time. Now, I could leave them in, but the idea with these smashed salads that I love is the texture. They get an incredible crunch, and by taking the seeds out, you facilitate that crunch. Okay, so now I saw a few chefs using I'm putting them in this bag. I saw a few chefs using younger cucumbers and smashing them whole because you don't have as much seed inside. But we're going to smash them like this. Got my old meat hammer. Obviously I need a new one. But what's left of it, I'm just going to, let's get rid of those. I'm not smashing them to a paste, I'm just breaking them up, okay? And then, I just want to break those fibers. 5-second rule. Oh, just by themselves, they're unbelievable. So now that it's smashed, I'm going to cut these sort of bite-sized pieces. And now, let's get them in this strainer. I've got a strainer over a bowl here. So let's put these guys in. And we're going to do a little salt. Kind of like when we salt the eggplant, because we're trying to pull moisture out of these to give them that super crunchy texture. A touch of sugar. Now let's toss. Another pinch of salt. And this is going to go in the fridge just like this. Strainer in bowl so it can drain out. Let's look at that. The dry bowl. And I'm going to put it in the fridge for about, it could be up to an hour. But I'm going to put it in for about 22 1/2, and we'll see what winds up in the bottom of this bowl. All right, so for our cucumber salad, let's make a little dressing here. And I've done several different ways, different Korean style, Chinese. Very big in the East, these cucumber salads. And I feel like I had some guests here last weekend, and I did one that was super simple. It was just vinegar. I didn't even use the soy. It was just vinegar, a touch of toasted sesame oil, and I think that was it. What else did I put in there? It was super simple. Maybe some garlic. So I'm going to get this garlic going. But I feel like I've done enough different ones, enough different ways, and watched people doing them and read on books and whatnot that I can just wing now. I can just improvise to my own flavors what I enjoy. So I'm going to start with a little garlic. We'll go with a touch of soy. The rice wine vinegar, and oh, I forgot to get my sesame oil out. That's pretty essential. I'm going a little heavier on the vinegar than the soy. And just a few drops of the sesame oil. I say it every time I use it. Very, very potent. And this one's brand new. I just got it on this past weekend's Harana run. So let's see what that tastes like. Oh, and the gochujang, Korean red pepper flakes. I got these out because it's Napa cabbage time. I'm getting ready to make my kimchi. And I am getting ready. In fact, look at this. This was the only daikon I could get. You have a smaller one? No. They're not going to cut it for you. So I'll be Googling daikon radish recipes. But I'll use a good piece of that for my kimchi. I got a lot of Napa cabbage out there. So let's give this a taste. Oh, the rice wine vinegar. Also brand new, just got it. I bought that tonight on the way home. I mean, these things have shelf lives, but they do, the flavor does fade a little over time. I think I'm just gonna pinch in a touch more of the pepper flakes, and that's done. I nailed it with the liquids. Garlic. Okay, perfect. So we'll let this sit. Our cucumbers are in the fridge. This will marry up. It'll pull the garlic flavor out. And we're going to dress it just before we eat. So, cucumber salad, what to have it with, okay? I'm going to I have some rice on the stove. I already did the 15 minutes. It's now resting. Straight up white rice. And what I think I'm going to do is I just picked these green beans 15 minutes ago. They're coming in beautifully. Don't even need to rinse them because they're high up on the vine. They're about 5 feet in the air. In my Three Sisters patch, they're growing with the corn and the squash. So I'm just going to take the tips off. And I'm going to do like a little Chinese beef and stir-fried vegetable with my over rice with my cucumber salad on the side. Compost. So, green beans, freshly picked. I'm sorry to say, this baby bok choy is not from the garden. This is from the market, but I love this stuff. So, this I will rinse because it's from the store. Let me give it a quick rinse. And often I put this in the steamer basket, but we're just going to do a total stir fry. Little garlic, little ginger. I'll get that cut up. And then here's my beef. I already prepped it because I wanted it to sit a good 20 to a half. It was a New York strip that I cut across the grain into strips, and I've had it velveting, right? We talked about that. I did it with the shrimp on a prior episode. A little cornstarch, and I put a touch of the Zhaojing Chinese wine in there. And then it's just been sitting, and we'll stir fry that. So, nice little Chinese little vegetables, beef, and let me prep a garlic clove and a little piece of ginger, and we'll get over to the stove. Beef with vegetables. Let's do it. Now, what I did here, I spoke a little while ago, a couple of episodes ago. If you remember, we made the chicken stock from the chicken backs, and I had the ice cube trays. So I took one ice cube, melted it down. Now I'm going to let that cool a little, and then I'll put a little cornstarch in there, and that's going to be our slurry. So let's get the mini wok on, get that nice and hot. Here's the rice, it already cooked, it's been resting, looks perfect. We'll fluff that up with a fork. Fluff it up, fluff it up. And then what I did is I toasted off some sesame seeds. We'll put those on at the very end. You want to watch those, you don't want to burn them, they'll burn quick. I'm going to start with, this thing's pretty well seasoned, I almost don't need anything. But I'm going to go with a drop of sesame oil. And we'll start with the veggies as soon as it's hot enough. Green beans first. Let's see how hot it is. Nope, not yet. You want it to when you hit that wok. So let's recap. We smashed our cucumber, we salted it with a little sugar. That's in the refrigerator. We made our dressing. Very simple. Soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, touch of toasted sesame oil, garlic, and Korean red pepper flakes. Okay, I can see the oil starting to shimmer now. So, let's get a spatula here. There we go. Could have been a little hotter, but that's okay. It's just the green beans. Now, a lot of stir-fry techniques, you hit it and then you pull it. I'm not going to do that to save time. Everything's going in together, just in stages. So we'll let this heat up with the green beans inside. Oh, while that's coming up, why don't I get my cornstarch into the chicken stock? Here we go, just a touch. Remember, we have cornstarch in the meat, velveting the meat. It acts as a thickening agent, but we're not thickening like a gumbo or anything. We just want that, you know, that Chinese restaurant coating type sauce. All right, we're getting pretty hot now. I'm going to put the vent on, don't mind the noise. And bok choy, baby bok choy. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to remove these. Because I want surface contact for my beef. So we'll just give these a good head start, and then we'll pull them out. Smells great. Okay, I'm going to take these out. Drop of oil, sesame oil, and let's go in with the garlic and ginger. Ah, that aroma, that's the trick. And our velvety beef. Okay, our beef's starting to brown up. Let's go with a couple of drops of soy. This is not a recipe, nothing traditional. I'm just playing. I've gotten enough used to these Chinese and Asian ingredients. I love them. Lee Kum Kee oyster sauce, top of the line. Touch of that. Ah, what an aroma. And now let's put our chicken stock with the cornstarch. Vegetables. Those fresh picked green beans and baby bok choy. Okay, heat off. I'm going to fetch those cucumbers and plate this baby up. Okay, the heat is off, but you can still hear them sizzling away in that pan. So here's our cukes. Look, that's just from I don't know, 20 minutes or so in the fridge. Like I said, you could let this hang out in there for an hour or more. Now, I'm not going to drain them. I'm not going to rinse them. The salt is part of the dish. A lot of it went out with the water. Just going to leave them like so. Put in my dressing and give it a toss. Now, there's all kinds of schools of thought on this. Serve immediately, back to the fridge, let it marry up. Personally, I don't think it matters. All right. We're going to dress with the sesame seeds, but let me give a little quality control nibble here before we plate. Oh, they are so crunchy. And that dressing is just delicious. Let's get a plate together. Okay, rice. I think I mentioned this before. I always make plenty of rice. I've got fresh eggs from the girls, and I've been sprouting my mung beans. Fried rice this weekend. Let's get some beef with veggie. Oh, it looks like I have lunch tomorrow, because I am not going to eat all this beef in one sitting. I have extra rice. Looks like I've got extra everything, because this is going to be quite filling. Get a green bean and the salad. Yeah, man, I have lunch tomorrow already prepped, and it's Friday. I'm shooting here on Thursday night, so perfect. TGI FF, no typo. Let's get the sesame seeds. Sprinkle some of those. Can put a few on the beef. Why not? Let's dig in. I think it's only fitting to grab the sticks. Got to start with the cubes, even though I tasted it. Technically, this episode is about the cucumbers. Such a great way to use them. Velvety beef with Chinese veg. I'm going to get a piece with one of my freshly pulled green beans. Just picked those an hour ago. I'll wait on the bok choy. Get a green bean, some beef. Oh wow. Honestly, I was just planning on the cucumber salad. I thought of the beef thing on the way home. I had the steaks in the fridge. I bought the bok choy last night at the market. Things come to your head. I love baby bok choy. I improvised this, but just go online and put in your search bar Asian smashed cucumber salad. You'll get 100 different ways to do it. Trust me, it's so worth it. Absolutely delicious. We'll see you for the next episode. Come on.